102.3 Abuja.
While others are blabbing.
Total. Dance. Yeah.
Let's fill you in with pure entertainment. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
So we will always fill you in with pure entertainment, and that's what we are called for. It's more like a calling, it's more like a design, it's more like something that's inbuilt, and I am super excited, I'm humbled, I'm elated to welcome you to a brand new day. It is a Tuesday! Welcome to Eagles Brand, and yes, this is that station that gives you the audiovisual television radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. Let me slap you an on-air high five right there for being alive. Yes, that's right. I know you're asking, why are you slapping me an on-air high five? Oh yeah, for being alive, and I'm saying happy survival day. Not easy being alive in this country these days. I mean, not just in this country, I mean globally, but yeah, particularly Nigeria, it is not an easy thing. So if you place your hand on your chest right there and you feel your heartbeat, oh good Lord, you are alive and you should be celebrating. Now, this is Eagles Morning Rise, where we start your day the right way, allow for you to have a very beautiful radio experience on here, on this platform. And guess what? We are not just having that conversation over the radio. We are having a television experience as well on YouTube. It is Eagles TV Abuja. Get on there and hit the bell button so that you can get notifications whenever the TV comes on, right? And on the Facebook page, it is Eagles FM Abuja. And every other social media platform, as you know it, it is Eagles FM Abuja. Get on there and see for yourself that what I say is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, the morning rise is one that is sizzling in the sense that it carries everybody along, so nobody's going to be left behind. No, not with this family, the Eagles family. We keep together and we stay together and we move as we rise by lifting others, and that's the beautiful thing about us. Right now, in this very hour, as per the segment, it is the pages, but you call it the newspaper review. This is where you get to let me in to what you feel, what your reactions would be to any of the headlines that you get to hear via on this platform, and you bring your reaction to it in the most civil and responsible way. Now, at the 8 o'clock hour, we've got Alan Smith. It's going to be taking our sports on Eagles Wings. 9 o'clock, it will be time for us to get back on the talking politics and current affairs with Eagles Outlook, where we bring the Eagles' eyes into political affairs. And on the flip side of the 10 o'clock hour, it will be time for us to look into the general open banter. Might I also use this time out to apologize to you? I mean, for some time the banter has not come through, and that's because we've got to pay bills, right? So if we've got programs scheduled to pay bills, we've got to pay bills so we stay afloat, if you understand and if you know what I mean, right? So that's it. So forgive us. All right. So hopefully the banter will come through on the flip side of 10, and it will take us into the 11 o'clock hour. We'll leave you to with some great tunes, and as well lead you to the 12 o'clock hour with Today in 60 seconds. And the time on here will be done and it will be out. But it's going to be a smart conversation. So let's jump into it already. Okay. Today is a very memorable day, World Fair Play Day. 19th May, World Fair Play Day. World Fair Play Day. It's got the theme, embrace the spirit of fair play. Embrace it. Embrace the spirit of fair play. Understanding fair play and its importance. I mean, fair play is a complex concept, though, that it does encompass fundamental values integral to both sports as well as everyday lifestyle. So it includes fair competition, it includes respect, it includes friendship, it includes team spirit. You see it on the front on the pitch of play, right? It includes equality, it includes integrity. So when you say fair play, we're not just talking football, we're talking about life in its totality. All right, so the concept of fair play goes beyond simply following written rules. I mean, it is also involved in respecting unwritten rules as well as demonstrating unconditional respect for opponents, fellow players, referees, fans, and all of that. So the Olympic values and Olympism itself are achieved through demonstrating fair play. Now, how much fair play have you demonstrated so far ever since you got into 2026? You might want to ask yourself that question. What type of player are you? Are you a serial offensive player, or you're one who is a serial fair play? Okay, well, you get to ask yourself that. But anyways, though, that being said, let's look into what today holds for you. Have I said good morning to you just yet? Oopsie, my bad. Good morning to you. My name is Uduak Daniel, standing on existing protocols. Una, good morning. Right, now let's look into some things that you ought to know. I should take you to Kano State. It is very important that we go to Kano State at this time, where Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State has tackled Rabiu Musa Kwankwasa over frequent attacks against him, saying his silence should not be misinterpreted as fear. Addressing party supporters now during the official affirmation of Suleiman Kawu Sumaila as the All Progressives Congress APC senatorial candidate for Kano South on Monday, Yusuf said he would soon start talking if pushed to the wall. Please, Yusuf, please don't stress us. Don't stress our brains, right? That was the same thing Melikari said. Oh, I will talk when I leave service. When my time is done, I will come out and I will expose it. I will say it all. Up until now, we've not heard Melikari. And now Yusuf is saying, don't push me to the wall, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. If you push me to the wall, I will start talking. Okay. Nigeria Democratic Congress, now NDC, has closed the sale of expression of interest and nomination forms for its 2027 presidential ticket amid indications that only 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi bought the forms. So the party, however, extended by 1 week the deadline for the collection of expression of interest forms for other elective positions. Sole candidacy for the NDC. He alone bought the forms. Okay. Now a federal high court in Abuja has scheduled judgment for May 26 on a suit querying ex-President Goodluck Jonathan's eligibility to contest the 2027 presidential election. Justice Peter Lifu confirmed the date after listening to arguments from lawyers to parties in the suit filed by a lawyer, John Mary, GDOB. Okay, that's it. Now, the United States Africa Command, AFRICOM, has confirmed additional airstrikes against the Islamic State West Africa province ISWAP fighters in the northeast. And in a statement now on its official X handle, the combatant command said U.S. and Nigerian forces carried out further strikes on ISWAP targets, and that was only on Sunday. Now, the Nigerian police force, as of Monday, said it has rescued 30 foreign nationals and arrested 13 suspects in a transnational organized crime. And this is following the dismantling of a human trafficking and fraudulent syndicate operating in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, and neighboring communities. You see that? You see that? Give it to the police. Right. Now, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja yesterday granted 100 million naira bail to the detained immediate past governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, who is facing trial over the alleged unlawful interception of the phone communications of the National Security Advisor, NSA, Nuhu Badu. But his family raised something much more like an alarm, ring the alarm, that the Department of State Services, DSS, allegedly took him into custody. What exactly is now going on? You release him, you arrest him. You release him, you arrest him. You release him, you arrest him. It should be like a primary school right now. Release him, arrest him. Release him, arrest him. I don't get it. But anyways, we don't know how true that is. The family's only raising that alarm. We're waiting the DSS to tell us exactly what is going on. So the Naira on Monday depreciated to 1,395 Naira to $1 in the parallel market from 1,390 Naira to $1 last Friday. Likewise, the local currency depreciated to 1,373 naira to a dollar in the Nigerian foreign exchange market, NFM. Okay, no fewer than 4 Nigerians have been arrested in India over alleged fraud and impersonation offenses. It was gathered from separate reports by the Times of India on Monday that 3 suspects identified as Chinedu, Sunday, and Jules were arrested by the Gurugram police over alleged social media fraud involving the impersonation of women to deceive victims. Tributes to Nigeria. Now, Senator Shehu Sani has emerged winner of the All Progressives Congress APC primary election for Kaduna Central Senatorial District. Sani defeated former Speaker of the Kaduna State House of Assembly Yusuf Zailani and another aspirant, Shatima, in the APC senatorial primary conducted on Monday. Now, teachers in some public schools in Orire, local government area of Oyo State, on Monday staged what can be called a peaceful protest, calling on the government and security agencies to ensure the safe release of their abducted colleagues and students. The protesters, who converged in the early hours of Monday, carried placards and chanted solidarity songs while urging security agencies and the state government to intensify rescue efforts. Yes, I had to be the way that I sounded on this one, because I cannot imagine that a school teacher, one who would have been called the one that impacts knowledge and imparts knowledge, and the one who they'd say, uncle, somebody, beheaded. Over what? Over what? Ransom? Selassie, you've never been so true in your words. And your words are indeed very pertinent even in this time and age. Right now, I see it all too clearly. Not like I don't see it before, but this time as Selassie, I see it all too clearly. When we keep quiet, you don't know when it gets to you. Okay, I'll leave it there. I'll just leave it there. Right. Well, let's look into the front page of Nigerian newspapers right now and see what is right there waiting for us. I mean, I see the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, and it's beginning with a story that I just left off. Or your school abduction. We won't bow to terror. Makinde is saying that. It's got a couple of writers to it. Confirms 7 teachers, 25 students abducted in 2 schools. Says surveillance aircraft already in Lagos undergoing final assembly. Coordinating center established at police headquarters for updates on rescue efforts. Kidnapped teacher beheaded. Protester Rock Ogbomoso. Students shun schools. Tinubu assures on rescue of kidnapped victims. Can Benga Hashim condemn abductions, demand urgent action? For how long are we going to go dilly-dallying like this with this terror issue? Are we saying we don't know what to do, or we don't know who they are, or we don't know who's sponsoring this? Because if you ask me, it's already turning into a wild flame, and it's getting across every region of Nigeria. So if you say that this was a northeastern thing, well, it's no longer northeastern. It has spread across and has spread abroad, and all you can do, you and I can do, is indeed get that information as much as we can, right, to the relevant authorities, and let's ensure that these people are nipped in the bud and nabbed and prosecuted. And please, the justice, what is the justice sleeping? Do we have a Chief Justice of Nigeria? I'm just trying to understand it. Do we have a Senate? Do we have these people? Are they just sitting there and all they could ever think about is a 2027, how to make a comeback? I mean, it's time our eyes get open. Hey, I'm talking to you. It's time our eyes get open 2027. Because there will be no buckets to cry, no drums to cry into. If we miss it, if you and I miss it 2020, there will be no drums to cry into. I gotta say that. I have to. All right? Ondo APC group petitions national chairman over alleged kangaroo reps primaries. Senator escapes death as gunmen invade voting point in Ondo. Senator escapes death, page 26. Guba poll, Ekiti local government workers pledged to deliver 200,000 votes for Oyebanji. Local government workers, y'all better thread carefully. Page 25 now. I see this one here. Just 2 cigarettes daily raise heart failure risk by 50%. Study is showing that. Senate primaries, Uzodimma Abiodun Okowa Bello pick APC tickets. All right, that is still with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper right there at the very base. Right, that's how you find this one on here and right here. Right, it's got a couple of writers to it, and you'd find it on pages 15 and 16. Senate leader Ndume Dafinone returned as Ekiti Borno Delta. Right, Ned Nwoko Omoagege lose in Delta. Shehu Sadi, Yero, Katong win Kaduna primaries. Confusion in Plateau, Edo over conflicting results as Akintunde Oseni emerging or your central or your south, right? And with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper just above it, Oshun government accord alleged planned arrest of officials, party leaders, seeks Tinubu's intervention. Page 21 into page 27 now. ADC screens Bindo Oboru Adegboyega, 67 other governorship aspirants, reschedules presidential screening till tomorrow. And this one on page 21 now, it says, alleged national security breach. DSS witness narrates how El Rufai's TV interview sparked phone tapping investigation. Court grants ex-governor 100 million naira bail. Okay, but news still says that after he was given the bail, he had met all of the bail conditions, and upon release, the DSS had still whisked him away. That's what the family members are saying right there. Madam Omo, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about all of these stories? Good morning, Joe. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you very much. I mean, first of all, I'm really concerned, about the amount of monies attached, to bail conditions in the country.
Right.
100 million naira bill. And we also recall the case of Yahaya Bello, who, by the way, was cleared by the APC.
He's been cleared.
It's more like you can do anything at the end of the day, you'll be granted bail, or you would have to, pay some, amount of monies, and that's just about it.
That's it.
And on the flip side, you talk about, people who actually lost it right there in Delta State. I see Nerwoko, I see Omagege. I mean, one would say that it was expected because the big weight, within that party alone, was going to make the whole journey a very tough one.
Yeah.
Recall also that Senator Ned Nwoko had to defect, to the ruling All Progressives Congress with the hopes of probably, clinching the ticket or whatever. But that is just what it is. It's more like it's not going to be business as usual as we gear up for the next, general elections.
Indeed.
All right, now the Nation newspaper is up next, and Tinubu is taking the lead right here. Security closing in on Oyo people's abductors. We won't succumb to terror, says Makinde. Find details on page 3. And how RFI's TV interview ignited phone tapping probe by DSS. Details on page 31. Nigeria deploys troops in Benin Republic to protect democracy. Do I need to take that one again? I think I need to understand it properly. Nigeria deploys troops in Benin Republic to protect democracy. Okay.
Is your democracy protected in Nigeria?
In Africa, I think that should be the question, not just Nigeria now, because I mean, we've seen observers, analysts also come out to say that the democracy that we're actually practicing in Africa is somewhat under threat, quote unquote, for very obvious reasons that stem from corruption, insecurity, and what have you. Anyways, you find that one on page 31, and DHQ, that's the Defense Headquarters, AFRICOM, confirm 20 ISWAP terrorists killed in sustained Nigeria. All right, U.S. airstrikes in Northeast. Find that one on page 29. Ekiti Council workers pledge 200,000 votes for Oyebanji. I was even thinking that would be 200,000 minimum wage, but no, it's actually 200,000 votes for Oyebanji.
Right.
All right, talking about solidarity right there. Details on page 7. And Senate race is the kicker. APC governors, 7 senators scale through. Omagege Woko, Okorocha, Ogun. Deputy Governor Floyd. Return ticket for Akpabio, Barao, Bamidele, Lawa, and others. Shekarau, Shehu Sani, Okowa, Get Nod. All right, now you see the breakdown right there of the winners from Lagos to Oshun to Bauchi, Ekiti, Oyo, Gombe, Edo, Ogun, Sokoto, Rivers, Yobe, Katsina, Kwara, Borno, Ebonyi, Delta, Kebbi, and even Niger State. You find details on the front page. It continues right on page 2. Jonathan eligibility case gets May 26th date. All right. Find that one on page 31. Imoke Ahmed to screen Atiku and Amechi. Details on page 5. And the last story right here, the last but certainly not the least, Dangote refinery reduces aviation fuel price to 1,650 naira per liter. Well, how is that going to, impact, airfares? I think we need to reduce the price of fuel.
Right.
For vehicles, not just A1 fuel.
Indeed.
Because it is the elite that are always in the skies, flying right, left, and center.
True.
The average Nigerian is bleeding seriously from the hike in transportation.
Talking about the average Nigerian bleeding right there. Nigeria bleeds as politics takes center stage. And this is with the Daily Trust newspaper. It's got one writer to it. Abducted teacher killed in Oyo. 7 soldiers in Sokoto. Right. And you'd find that one on what page now? Pages 3 and 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. All right. And still with the Daily Trust newspaper now at the belly button area. APC Senate primaries is the kicker. Roaches, Ned Nwoko lose. Akpabio, 4 governors win. All right, pages 3 and 4 still got that story now. 91 days after El Rufai remains in detention. Page 7 has got that one. 2027 is the kicker here. Court fixes May 26 for judgments on Jonathan's eligibility. Page 23. And to page 21, tanker crashes into house, kills woman, grandson.
Well, may their souls rest in peace. But, these are very mysterious, events, honestly, if you ask me. The tanker left the road and crashed into this.
So what would you say that this woman, I don't know, would you say she was jaywalking at night? Would you say that the grandson was out there playing on the roadways?
They were probably asleep.
They were in the house, where it's supposed to be secure. And then a tanker leaves the road, leaves the trees, rams into the building.
But that could also be as a result of people building houses very close to roadways.
I wouldn't agree with that. No. I wouldn't still agree.
No, have you visited some communities where people build houses indiscriminately? They don't really pay attention to, walkways or, paths. They just build houses. And that's because there's no proper planning. I'm not trying to exonerate, the driver who was probably under some, influence or whatever, because it's beginning to look very typical of these tanker drivers. However, I think we need to set a proper plan, not just for the FCT, but communities, villages, streets, and towns across Nigeria. People just build houses anyhow they like because, they get land allocation without, due process. But it's really sad. May their souls rest in peace.
Amen. Would it not shock you that if the land allocated to this woman was indeed a government allocated land? Would it shock you? Now, if we still say that, well, maybe we are building, houses by the roadways and all of that, have you heard of survival before? Just yesterday we saw what we call baje tomato.
Oh, yeah.
And they were saying, be careful how you eat it, though. It will injure your health and all of that. Please, did you give me an alternative? We have to survive.
No, when it comes to your health,
I'm sorry.
When you say, did you give me an alternative?
Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
All right.
I'm not saying that because things are bad and all of that, let's get damaged. I'm just saying that, look, live the ideal. We like talking ideal a lot in this country, how it's supposed to be, this is how. Look at the real. What is the reality? Can I afford it? Can I eat good? Can I really take care of this health that everybody touts about? No, I can't. So should I die?
Well, in my own opinion, no, I wouldn't want you to die, and I do not think that the government wants you to die. However, your own safety should be your primary responsibility before the government comes to play a role. The budget tomatoes that we saw yesterday, where Lagos State government, actually urged the residents to be very, to be wary of, perishable food items like that. It's just coming from a place of concern and care, if you ask me.
Concern and care.
Look, if you think that things are so hard, they're so rough, and for that reason you go purchase the budget tomato, you cook it, no matter how much you cook it, it's still going to, play a role in your tummy at the end of the day. You fall ill, you're still going to spend more money to treat yourself. Okay. So why not avoid all of these, drama, and just the little you can afford is better off.
So it brings you to the state of the nation. Nigerians aren't only living to survive. Nigerians are managing whatever health risk and any other whatever.
I agree, Yuti, but it doesn't mean we should throw caution to the wind.
We're not throwing it to the wind. Okay, you know what?
Okay, let's leave this argument here.
Let's leave it there.
Right.
But anyways, though, we'll leave this at this point. Can I still take? I'm not sure. Okay, I was still with this one. Yeah, and I think we're done with.
Yeah, we're done with that one.
Newspaper. Right, we'll just pay some bills. Right?
All right.
All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Are you ready for this?
Keep this frequency clear.
We're live.
I woke up with a feeling.
Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Are you looking for a Catholic school that combines both academic excellence with strong moral values? Dominican College for a Catholic school that combines both academic excellence with strong moral values? Dominican College Abuja, an ultra-modern Catholic co-educational boarding school, is now offering admission into JSS 1 to SS2 for the 2026-2027 academic session. At Dominican College, your child benefits from spacious classrooms, a well-equipped library, modern science and ICT laboratories, excellent sports facilities, and a serene and secured learning environment. Qualified staff, 24-hour electricity for learning, functional school clinic, and top-level security. Entrance examinations are available both online and offline at Dominican College Kwali and St. Aloysius School, Garaki, Area 3. Upcoming exam dates include May 16th, 30th, June 13th, 27th, July 11th, 25th, and August 1st and 15th, 2026. Give your child the advantage of quality education and character formation. Call us now on 0806 21 65455. That is 080 62 16 5455, or visit dominicancollegeabuja.org to apply. Dominican College Abuja, Veritas et Servitum, Truth and Service.
Have you been looking for a physical training center where you can learn content creation, AI content creation, video editing, social media advertising, graphic design, how to speak boldly on camera, and lots more? If your answer is yes, then join Mobet Media Academy May training session starting 25th to 29th of May. 5 days only. 9 a.m. in the morning to 3 p.m. in the afternoon for an intensive on-site practical training. All you need is your laptop, an iPad, or a tablet. Early registration fee is 75,000 naira and late registration fee 100,000 naira. Venue for this training is Briggs International Training Center, Jabi. To register for this training, call Mobet on 080-3384-6297 or 08108-225618. Once again, you can call admin to register for this training on 0803-384-6297 or 08108-225618. See you in class.
Please listen to this announcement. Are you a woman between the ages of 35 to 55 years? Do you have a scan that shows that you have fibroid? If these bothers you or anyone you know, Push Africa has brought good news for you. Push Africa, in partnership with Mercy Health Hospital, Abuja, is carrying out 100 free surgeries for women with fibrosis this month, and you can benefit by simply booking for a free consultation with one of our expert gynecologists oncologists. For more information, visit www.mercyhospital.africa or call or WhatsApp 091 199 90037 091 199 90037. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready to get ahead and take your future global? This May, staff from the University of Sunderland brings you a life-changing opportunity. Get Ahead Abuja FCT 2026 edition. Live at the Transcorp Hilton Abuja. Date Wednesday, May 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Meet international university representatives face to face. Get instant admissions, free visa support, and enjoy scholarships of up to £6,000. Whether you're planning undergraduate or postgraduate study, this is your fast track to studying and living in the UK. No stress, no delays, just real opportunities. And guess what? Entry is absolutely free. For inquiries, call 0704 340 0133 or email dorothy.ek@sunderland.ac.uk. Don't miss it. Limited slots available. Get Ahead Abuja FCT 2026. Your journey starts here. Competitions? They don't exist. With Eagles, you soar.
Any money where I get, I deflect, I devote, the best. The best we have to get. My dream is my dream. Chopping with you in Montego.
Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on.
Right, we're back right here. It is Eagles Morning Riders Breakfast Show, and this is the page, as you call it, the newspaper review segment. And might I also encourage you, get onto the YouTube channel, show us some love right there, give us a viewership, and hit the bell button for a notification. And that will be Eagles TV Abuja on Facebook. It is Eagles FM Abuja. Across every other social media platform, it is Eagles FM Abuja. And do well to also save this number in your gadgets, 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 8888, or the WhatsApp portal number is 0909 705 4450. Go straight to the point, your name and your exact location. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Ruby.
Good morning to you.
Morning on my face.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you.
Yes, please.
Moses from Suleja.
Moses, awesome. Talk to us.
Okay. On a start note, I sent my message to a teacher who was killed by terrorists. They to control that family. Adoption of school, that is the level that started again. And killing of a teacher, UD, under the watch of the other. So we want to appreciate our military men for all their efforts. But the issue is, why are those terrorists take over the entire system? What mechanism are they using? What methodology are they using that all our DSS, our security agents cannot track these people? It's a great time, usually, under this watch, under the watch of the government. Under the watch of this government, most of the sponsors are still hidden. Even some of these sponsors, they are not, we discover that they are not killed, and these people are killers. And yet, they allow these people to move freely. Some of them are politicians coming out to campaign, to contest 2027. Some of them are there. They are some of them are the sponsors.
Right.
But yet, it's so difficult. Take the grace of God.
Right.
The grace of no arrest. Under their watch, we see. Under their watch, we see terrorists being pardoned. Met Linux on terrorists. when we are still fighting, you see, pardon terrorists. Why would their mates continue by this? If they have been arrested, they know that the government will have mercy and leniency to pardon them. UD. It's a tear. We have tears. We have a bleeding heart. Poor people or children, school to learn. UD. I rest my case.
Well, thanks, Moses.
Thank you, Moses.
You can see that Moses' heart's bleeding too as well. Well, anyways, please, let's keep it short and simple, go straight to the point and have a worthy conversation on here, right? It is Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show. Apologies to you, my brother. But let's try to connect the phones so that we can have a better conversation. Please do well to call back, yeah? Do well to call back. All right, trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it. So bear with me just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit.
Okay, so can we take this one in the
let's take
meantime?
it, yes.
Hello, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Messiero, Apostle Also Life,
Yes,
all the way from Mapo. Talk to us.
God bless both of you for the updates you people are giving us.
Appreciate it.
So
Awesome.
I had in a headline that Nigeria has sent a troop in
To Benin Republic. Yes.
It's not a welcome development because where we do say in my area in Nenwe that the person that his house is on fire doesn't pursue rat. But Nigeria have seen it that it's better to pursue rat, whereby kidnapping has become the flag of Nigeria, which is not supposed. And another thing I want to say is this. That slogan of that our youth is the leader of tomorrow. And these people have spoiled it. Atabio has spent many years as governor, minister, this. When will the youth will come up? And now they give him they send a consensus and they have given him the mandate to run again. If the 11th assembly that will come, let them make a law that if once you went to that red chamber, you leave to others, so that things will be revolving. Because these people, they are not after welfare of Nigeria. Is it not Atabio that tell Nigerians that let them be protesting and they will be, enjoying? Let them be, let them be protesting that he will be praying for millions of naira into the account of their fellow senators. Not only him, there are many of them that they're sleeping. They don't care when it's the time of election. You will see them to their senatorial zone looking for another tenor, which is very unfair. Please, there's 11th assembly. They will do the needful. Thank you and God bless
Many
you.
thanks.
Thank you.
And my brother.
Yes.
Thank you, Apostle.
Appreciate
I
it.
remain Apostle also life, aka Nwoke.
Awesome.
God bless you.
Thank you. Right, Apostle Also Life right there. Let's take this call and then we head out to...
Hello.
Good
morning, sir.
Dr. Prince Ike.
I send my proper greeting to my dear Queen Mother and the First Lady.
Right.
Good morning,
May God
sir.
Almighty bless you people, honor you people.
Yeah.
It is not easy. God is going to establish you people.
Amen to that.
What am I trying to say? This is instant healing. Your state. It's not a welcome development, my dear. How can I be happy seeing my people being killed on the broad end light? Still, without any respect, without any sense of humanity and also humor. What type of abomination they have committed warranted them to be killed in such manner? Are we still Nigeria? So there's no respect of humanity and also patriotism and nationality in this country. Let people that have been doing this remember that one day we are going to leave this world. And we are going to give every account of our work, our accountability of stewardship, what we have done here on earth when we are living, as we are living. This is not Nigeria we have bargained. This is not the word, the bargain and a vision and a dream of founding father like the Fernand that Emmanuel Para, Emmanuel, and many of them, even Thomas Kintora and many of them. Who are we killing? Who are we doing this to our brothers? Please, enough is enough. Can't we practice the policies of oneness, tranquility, what we call integrity, respect one another, understand me where your right end, where my own start, where my own start is where another person end, is where another person right will start. Why are we doing all these things now?
Right.
Why are we doing all this things, my dear people? Because of greed. because of elitism, because of nonchalant attitude, because of poverty and terrorism that makes us to be killing one another in this continent. Look at how our brothers are being killed in Africa, here and there, because we are not, actually protecting our fatherland. That makes many of us to leave the shore of this continent to another country, greener pasture. Thank you, my dear people. Thank you, my First Lady, and thank you, my great king, Doctor, my radio bulldozer and also lawyer. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prince Ike. You could tell the passion from his voice and how concerned he is, about the Nigerian story. It's a lot really to deal with. How do you even, summon courage to watch such, very gory videos?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. And the funny thing for me is we still go about our daily activities like nothing is happening. I mean, even the police will tell you, don't worry, go about your daily, don't worry. We're on top of it. It's the type of life we've come to be accustomed with. To go about your daily lives. Nothing's going on. Don't worry. As long as it's not happening in your place, okay, you're good, right? That's what we're living now. I don't know. When will that time come? And you know what I'm saying. But let's get to the Facebook page now. Take some messages as they come.
All right, Samuel Waize from he's actually watching us live from Kuje.
Many thanks.
Well, standing on existing protocols, it says, I salute you. We salute you too. It says, UD and a fear of a truth. The more we talk about the evil and wickedness happening in this country, the more it increases. Can someone tell me that if the terrorist beheaded the head of any of the politicians' relatives, that they will not take a drastic action? Now, some of these politicians don't care about what happens to the masses. If it is in a country where things are working well, they will tackle the insecurity first before anything else, but not in this country. As long as it is not affecting them, they don't care. Nigeria is bleeding, but the leaders are busy struggling for 2027 elections. How did we get here and where are we going from here? I rest my case, it says. Thank you so much, Samuel.
Thank you so
much. And Omaga Namani, watching us live from Amagunze in Enugu State, says, good morning.
Good morning.
My analyst in the studio. Nigerians should not see politics as a do-or-die affair, but rather a game of brotherhood. Mr. President should curtail his borrowing habits and begin to utilize Nigeria's abundant natural resources to better the living standard of Nigerians. Magana Mani, thank you so much for watching us live on Facebook.
Thanks.
And Dr. Mrs. Umma Olebera from Owerri says, sad, but Nigeria is bleeding and every new day comes with painful stories of killings, fear, kidnappings and hopelessness. A situation where children and teachers are kidnapped in schools leaves much to be desired. Our children are now afraid of going to school and it is, invariably affecting their education, and parents are afraid of sending their children to school. Security is the basic responsibility of government and it must rise up urgently and proactively to this. Enough of, the rhetorics. And they beheaded the teacher. Chai. Nigeria lost educationists. May God comfort families of those affected by this tragedy. And again, it brings to bear questions around perimeter fencing of schools across Nigeria. Once upon a time, the focus was very heavy on the northern part of the country because, of course, we've seen, onslaught and renewed, onslaught by these non-state actors.
Yeah.
However, why do we find it difficult to learn lessons from these events, these very sad, unfortunate, and avoidable events? What happens if schools are properly fenced? And if possible, we get CCTV cameras installed. The other time, an unfortunate event happened in Plateau State, and the president was talking about, getting AI-enabled CCTV cameras.
Yeah.
You see, the place of learning where our children go to on a daily basis, these places are no longer safe. And somehow it poses a very serious threat to the education sector.
Right.
Why can't we prioritize our places of learning? Let us install CCTV cameras. Is that too much to ask? If we have CCTV cameras on the street, you know, merged with the street lights and all of that, why can't we have these things installed across, you know, what's it called now? Basic, primary, and secondary, you know, places of learning. Why? I recall also there was a time where we had, you know, cases of randy lecturers, you know, harassing female students, you know, sexually. And at the time, some resolution came for that, CCTV cameras should be installed. Yeah. But this is the very foundation. If it is defeated, then how do people even get to tertiary, you know, institutions? How? And year in, year out, we'll lament the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Some parents who want to justify the reason why you see their wards roaming the street during school hours, hawking, because they tell you, why should I send my child to school when he or she is not safe?
Point. Fact. Anyways. Okay, you know what? I'll take this voice note. Let's start with this.
Good morning to you on Agus FM. Good morning, Mr. UG. Good morning, the lady in the office. Yeah. I am Blessed Sonny from Niger State.
Sonny.
My heart is bleeding and also bitter. But I wanted to wish out praise the Lord for getting you people today. I told you that it is only through app that I can able to access you people. Right. And sometimes I will tune the app, I will just see some music they play. Even the television, this you guys said, I do all I could up to now. Anyway, on the issue of your teacher beheaded or killed, you see, this issue of killing that is going on, it's not giving me joy at all. There's some group of people, we make killing become their hobby. And this is the same guys that CDS is telling us that they are prodigal son. This is the same guy that NSA is saying that they are brothers. Can they see what our brothers and prodigal sons are doing to some of us? Are they seeing it? Please and please, I do beg them in the name of God. This thing cannot continue. This thing cannot continue. It is only a tree. You can attack. You have no any way to react. But you can't continue attacking human being and thought that human being will just keep quiet and things will keep on like this. And what pains me the more?
Right. Anyways, you overshot the time. I think we've been too quiet in this country for too long. I mean, in the face of this, I don't care whoever comes after me. We've been too quiet. If you're confident in your own place and you're very, very secure, I don't know for you anymore. Man, maybe that's your story. I don't know how you do it. Probably your elder brother, your sister, you are a part of the winning side, the selected few, the chosen. But enough of the lip service. I'm not playing no lip service to nothing no more. Mr. President, if you can't fix it, step aside. NSA, no rebuttal, you can't do it, step aside. I think that's the language now that should be taken over the front page of Nigerian newspapers, because I don't know no more. Military, if you think your leadership, you cannot handle it no more, step aside. Let whoever can handle it, handle it. When is it going to come to my community? When is it going to come to yours? That's the question now. If you don't know the reality of that question, then it means you're still living in 1914. And if you're still living in 1914, you're still living in a limbo. That's what it is. And I'll tell you that for a fact. Yeah. A school teacher beheaded. What connection does he have with politicians, with whatever is going on? What connection does he have with the mineral resources in the ground? What connection does he have with the lack of social amenities for those who are living in certain communities and saying the reason they got into this very dastardly act is because they've not been paid attention to, that they don't have good roads, that they don't have live power supply, they don't have good health care. Where in Nigeria really has all this? Where do we have all of these? And if everybody in these regions wakes up and tells the government that we don't have this, so we are forming our own terrorist group, can Nigeria handle it? No, I'm not even sorry. I said can Nigeria. Can Africa handle it? No, you won't. Africa won't be able to handle it. We won't. So it's either we say the truth and die, or keep lying to ourselves and still die. Because death is a surety for everybody. Indeed, it is.
Good morning, UD. Good morning, Madam Omo. Madam, good morning. UD, this is Antonetto from Cuba. UD, rats, they your house. As in, they your house, they eat that bread weight by thousands of naira. Thousands of naira. No, you see, because I know everybody knows bread, this thing, bread price don't skyrocket. You leave and go someone else house, go to chase one within house. How do these people see themselves? I just wonder. Your own democracy, they breed. Your own country, your people, they breed. Every day, day in, day out. You still get mine. Carry gun, go they protect. Nobody say you want to go save and not to go protect them. Protect another country's democracy. When you want to breed. This will just, in fact, according to biology, we are all animals. It's more like these are really that they see us like animals. Honestly, they see us like animals. Honestly, my God, Father, Lord, I beg. Anything what they do, I beg. Give me money from them, make I leave this country. Now the reason why they beg. Why, God of Nazareth?
Okay. All right, I'll take this voice note and then we'll get to the messages.
Good morning to our dear UD, all our callers and listeners on this platform.
Right.
Salasi, good morning. My name is Eric from Wuse 2.
Right.
I declined watching that video of that teacher that was beheaded in Oyo State. But a neighbor had to compel me to even see it last night. And I just said, humanity has lost its value and its cause in this our dear country. Sadly, do you know what? There's a neighbor of ours. He's a chairman even in that community. His uncle's daughter is one of the teachers in that school. We were there on Sunday night when he called his uncle. The phone was on speaker. The uncle confirmed that his daughter was part of those teachers that were kidnapped. Sadly, you know what? This man, my neighbor, is a staunch believer in this government. He carries President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his head, even before the 2023 election. He believed so much in this government. I believe more in this country. I don't believe in this government of the day. Sadly, Salasi will always say that when you throw stone to a market, you don't know who this stone is going to eventually hit.
He says it.
I just pray we can get things right in this country.
Right.
But we are still very far from it. Now, you're asking those teachers to pay 10 million for them to be free. In the first place, if they have 10 million, would they even be living in that community, be teaching in that school? May God save this country. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
It just shows you clearly that it's not about the teachers. There are certain people that these terrorists are really talking to, but we are the scapegoats, we are the grasses, we are the grasshoppers, we're the ones that trample upon, we are the ones that build the compassion for them to reach out to the people that they really want to reach out to. If you don't see this game already, I don't know what else you're seeing. I don't know, no more. If you don't see it. Now, if you feel you have a problem with certain politicians, go to them. Enough of the killing of Nigeria. What is all this, man? Go to them. Good morning, Udwabasi and Omoife. Good morning to you. Linus from Brick City, Kubwa says, please confirm to the world that CCTV Tinubu told security agents to just have been installed 5 months after the promise was made. Have been installed or have not been installed? What are you saying? Anyways, we'll confirm that and put that out. Now, we'll see this one here. Thank you, Linus, by the way. Turkin B. Hundu. Good morning, UD. I'm in one day, Enugu State. UD, can you see what the prodigal sons are doing to our people? Who even named them that name? Prodigal sons. The Tinubu federal-led government has failed to protect our people. May that teacher soul rest in peace. Turkin B. is saying that, right? And, okay. This message is already deleted. But anyways, okay. Thank you for staying put. Thank you for being Nigerian. Thank you for being patriotic. Well, I lack the words. I don't have it anymore. But thank you still for being contributory to this discourse this morning. I'm hoping that, I'm trusting, and I want to believe that in no distant time, that we would indeed be able to face the bull or grab it by its horn and not cower out like losers. Chinonso from Suleja, sorry I skipped your message. It says a teacher was beheaded and the best Makinde will say is we cannot bow to these our abductors. And after the statement, he will continue with his presidential politics, and that's final. And for our president, he will sit in Abuja and issue a marching order to security chiefs, and that settles it. I only sympathize with the family wife. They have suddenly made her a widow and the children fatherless. They face campaign and their children abroad under a very safe environment. I weep for the victims. Chinonso. All right.
All right, and to Linus, who actually wrote us from Brick City, he wanted us to confirm whether or not the AI-enabled CCTV cameras have been installed. Well, they have not been installed, and reports actually indicate ongoing efforts to confirm, but no confirmation of, completion. Right.
Thank you. We'll come back at the 9 o'clock hour. Alan Smith's ready here, Sports on Eagles Wings. We'll be right back.
Competitions? They don't exist. With Eagles, you soar.
Any money where I get, I deflect, I devote, the best.